Good morning. We're back in Broken Ranks, and we're picking up from last time where Holborl, the Swamp Witch, helped us figure out what's going on and how to solve this mystery of these two shades who really don't like each other for apparently good reasons. And hopefully now we'll be able to help the one find the release that he needs. But we're going to need his help to defeat the other one who is looking for his, what do you call it? I want to call it a palantir, but that's a Tolkien thing. The glyph that was created to keep him alive. So we need to head over. I know that there's probably another way to the Forlorn Settlement, but we're going to run through here. Actually, we're going to stop off and drop off some gold, I think. Because why not while we're right here? If I'm not like totally going the wrong direction and passing it up. Alright, so... Oh, we already did. We still have these trapped souls. Weird. Weird, we still have a bunch of trapped souls on us. Okay, so we didn't need to go there. We don't have that much gold to worry about. Alright, now, since I know how to get to the Forlorn Village, or Forlorn Settlement, from the direction of the Fisherman Village, that's where we're headed. There's probably an easier way to get there, but I tend to go the route I know, even if it is longer. And yes, for those of you who have mentioned it, I did use up the keys that I had. I didn't manage to get a whole lot more stamina potions, but I did get some potions, so can't complain too much. Alright, so we are... Wait a second, we're in the bandit village. Oh! Duh. Okay, now I know. So I need to go find our friend again. There he is. Dion. The lamp must be replenished, but even then it will not burn so long as I must watch. Oh, you have returned. Any tidings? Sigius has outsmarted Holborl, and now he knows how to find the necromantic seal. We must get it before that sound. It came from the mine. The Wraith must have gotten his hands on the seal. I did not suspect it would come to this. If Sigius possesses the power of Claudius, the undead shall consume the world. Let's go. Sigius, stop. Have you not caused enough harm? You won't. I can't let you take this chance away from me. You prepare for battle. Chance for what, Sigius? Oh, somebody's got some spells. Oh, these wraiths are no joke. but we're taking him down. Okay, very good. Okay. Well, not quite so bad as I thought. Ooh, nice XP. Makes up for some of the stuff. Some of the XP I lost when I ran through the fire twice. Alright. And Dion's like, can we hurry this along, please? I'm like, you know, it takes how long it takes to rest. Undead. His outline keeps appearing and disappearing. Sigius clutches the ground, trying to remain in reality at all costs. Was it worth it? You are beaten once more. Defeated in life, defeated in death. He tries to extend his arm towards the seal. Don't you dare. What did you intend to do with the seal? I wanted to use a spell that take me beyond. Sigius utters every word with great difficulty. He can barely maintain his ethereal form. You're saying you want to pass to the other side. There's nothing left in this world for me, and there I may find my family. You really believe that? My experience with magic tells me there's something after death. Lies, he's an accursed necromancer. He gives Dion a cold glare. Don't even try to judge me. You address Sigius. Why would I believe you? I did some bad things, but I did them for my family. I wanted to avenge them. Now I only hope to see them again. You do not deserve peace. Same as you. Sigius spits out every word with hatred. Why do you hate Dion? You don't know. Of course, it's not something he's proud of. But no matter, I can show you. The wraith grabs you by the hand. You can do nothing. The reality vanishes. I saw it run under the stool. The boy doesn't notice you. What is this game? Catching a rat? The girl doesn't notice you. Stay, please. We have no more savings. I'll be back as soon as I sell my elixirs. I'm scared. You know what happened to Albert and Roche? They got too close to the castle. That's why they were cursed. You're safe here. Yes, but the soldiers, it really scared them. No wonder, 2 men turning into the walking dead in front of them. Me and the village chief explained to them that Albert and Roche stayed too long on the castle grounds. Their commander promised to protect us. Still, I really want you to stay. I can't just do nothing. We need money. It'll be all right. You'll see. I love you. I love you too. Very much. The reality becomes distorted. What are you doing? Let me pass. The village is off limits. The residents were afflicted by a curse. They are turning into the undead. We have orders to kill them all and let none pass. What? It's a misunderstanding. The curse is active only on the castle grounds. There's nothing we can do. We have our orders. Get out of here, peasant. No, my family's in there. You can't do this. Listen to me. You see Dion approach. What is this commotion? The peasant wants to pass, Captain. He looks at Sigius. You are the herbalist who arrived with the village chief when some of the villagers were transformed. We explained that they got too close to the castle grounds. The village is not afflicted. The general of the Haligardian Sixth Corps elected not to take any risks. The curse might as well have befallen the entire village. It must be purged. No, don't do this. You know no one else will transform. Enough of this ruckus. I have orders. Escort this person away immediately, Private. Captain, but if he's from the village, shouldn't we, Although he was starting to turn, he stops and takes a look at Sigius. The order was to eliminate every person in the village. He was not here when we began. Dion turns to the private. Do as you are told. If he insists on obstructing us, incapacitate him. You can't do this. You promised to protect us. You promised you. He tries to get through by force. Calm down, peasant. He looks as if he were about to cast a spell. However, he's hit with a spear shaft and loses consciousness. The vision blurs once again. Who are you? The Imperials have sent an assassin to get rid of me. I do not serve them. I come here to help you fight. Help me? Why? He says nothing. He looks as if he's overwhelmed by emotions. Speak. He looks Claudia straight in the eyes. They killed my family. They murdered them out of fear. You think you see a flash of understanding across his face. What were they afraid of? That the villagers would turn into the undead? 2 of my neighbors went to the castle grounds. After a couple of days, they died, only to arise as undead, just like some of the soldiers who have attacked the castle. I see. Claudius lowers his gaze. You defended yourself using every method you could. That's how wars are fought. The Haligardians, on the other hand, they committed a proactive genocide. They murdered my family to get rid of an uncertain threat. That's just what Haligard does. I can no longer stand this. He scrutinizes Signius, but doesn't respond. I've been honest with you. Now you know everything. Will you take me in? What can you offer? When Claudius finishes speaking, the world fades away once again. You know the rest. The wraith lets go your hand. He turns to you as if Sigia's touch lasted only a moment. Are you all right? What has he done to you? You eyed Dion carefully. He showed me what happened in the forlorn settlement. He stands motionless with his face full of apprehension. Is it true? You've slaughtered the whole village. There's more to this. Signius is distorting the truth. So you're saying you didn't kill those villagers? He sighs. You could plainly see the memories are painful for him. We had to prevent the spread of the curse. The village was lost in any case. The peasants would have perished and transformed into the undead sooner or later. You assumed so, but you didn't have any proof. Did we not? 2 peasants transformed before our very eyes. We explained to you why it happened, you agreed with us, and then killed them all anyway. We could not risk it. Claudius had used the curse to repel the initial assault on the castle. Many of our men had been turned against us. We have been decimated, if we were also attacked from the village. You did this out of fear. The wraith's eternal face is full of hatred. We did what had to be done. So I have 3 choices now. I wonder why you didn't kill Signius. You knew he was from the village. He might have been affected by the curse. Or Dion is right. You can't risk the lives of soldiers during a war. And you shouldn't have sided with the necromancer, Signius. Or, enough of this. The longer I listen to you, the more I'm convinced neither of you deserve the seal. Well, I'm going with option 3. Because both of them are acting like brats. Your judgment is fair. If we were to get what we deserve, we would be stuck here for all eternity. That's why I'm not asking for justice, I'm asking for mercy. So I can either find a shred of compassion in me or stand on the side of justice. But standing on the side of justice would also mean finding a shred of compassion in me, because neither of these guys is blameless. I am not pleading for mercy. I have lived my life as any soldier would. I deserve my peace. For you, duty was more important than innocent lives. You deserve only damnation. The Empire was built on discipline. I would not expect a dissenter to grasp that notion. After a moment of solemn silence, he looks at you. So, what about the seal? Can it be used again? He shakes his head. The ritual will consume all its power. The seal will break when it ends. If I give it to you, how can I be sure you won't use it to raise the dead? I don't want to fight any longer. I deserted from the Haligardian army and hid in the middle of nowhere because I got tired of war. But it caught up to me nevertheless. Now I only want to see my family. Then why didn't you use the seal sooner, before Holborn locked you in with the sarcophagus? After I died, I was disoriented. I had lost my family and had been betrayed. Death didn't bring me the relief I needed. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't even tell if there was anything I wanted to do. Only after the awakening, when Dion demanded to be allowed to the other side, I thought there might be a way. And all you needed was to get back the seal. He shakes his head. At the beginning, I didn't even know I needed it. I lacked knowledge, so I went to the Gasselhof library. The Imperials had taken or destroyed most of the necromantic grimoires, but some books about the journey of the soul had been spared. I studied them for a long time until I managed to devise the right ritual. This is irrelevant now. You need to decide what is to become with the seal. So I can help Cygnus, I can help Dion, or I can help neither of them. Wow. What a choice. I mean, I've been helping Dion from the start, but Cygnus has pleaded his case, and there's no option for them to work together. Of course, they hate each other. That would probably not be an option. I can't go. Neither. You were supposed to help me. This is a breach of our agreement. You're right. I'm breaking the agreement. His face fills with sadness. I think it's fair. He makes a fluid hand gesture and the magic enveloping the seal disappears. You head towards the seal. You cannot simply depart with it. It is my sole opportunity. Get out of my way, Dion. He draws his weapon. I cannot. Before the undead can do anything more, you hit him in the face. He raises his weapon immediately after the fall and starts getting up. It seems he doesn't feel pain. You knock the sword out of his hand with one kick and drop him with another. Why are you doing this? Because you must be punished for what you've done. He smiles solemnly to Dion. It seems like we deserve... He clenches his fist but doesn't try to get up anymore. Our crimes were too great. Leave now, Miss Bella. You nod and leave with the seal. feel bad for both of them. I've not given them either of them an option to escape. Kind of wish there was a way to return to that. A way to give them both what they want. Considering they both pretty much want the same thing. Well, that was a sad ending. And she doesn't have anything for me. Well, I kind of feel sad about that. I really would have preferred to help them both. But since I couldn't help them both, I ended up helping neither of them. And there's no tanglers. Well, maybe now that they're in there together. Oh, look. We got into a fight. Okay. Ew. He threw up on me. Welcome. What do you seek in this forgotten land? It's like he doesn't even remember me now. So they're both trapped in this village. Cygnus because his wife died here. And Dion because he was responsible for the village dying. Oh, more fight. They move like zombies. It makes me wonder if one of these zombies in here isn't his wife or his kids. Very depressing place. Oh, Tangler. Alright, so we need one more Tangler venom. And I wonder, is there anything past the Forlorn Village or Forlorn Settlement? A bear trail, and then mysterious places beyond that. Pig Bay. Huh. The bay near the fisherman village is called Pig Bay. For real? There's a Gold Quest logo here at Trentis. Is that one? No, that one's a completely different one. That's out here somewhere, isn't it? Let's go to Trentis. I'm curious. Well, let's wait and see if we get another tangler venom first. We won't wait long. Just a few seconds, see if one pops up. There it is. Okay. Should have... There we go. Our tangler venom. So now all we'll need is to get a... What do they call it? Oh, spider eggs. Which we can do another time. Till I figure out what to do with them. They're probably not worth anything now. But we'll put them in there. I keep seeing... Okay, I'm here. Somewhere down here. In the tavern? Not here. That's Warhorn. Do you need anything? Requires level 26. I happen to be level 26. Not really. There's nothing I can't handle right now, however. And Menial, my dear friend, has asked for help recently. Help with what? Something I'm too old for. Don't look at me like that. It's not what you think. The problem is my legs, or at least one of them, wouldn't be up to this task. So there's lots of running involved. Lots of running, but also butt kicking. You young people need to look at the bright side more. Anyway, go to her and tell her you're Darko's trusted man. I'm sure she'll reward you. If you say so. So we need to go find this and Menial and see what she needs. Okay, and where is she located at? Potato beetles? Okay. Where am I finding this? And Menial. In here? I guess it is, in Menial's house. And I received some potato jack. She's not in the house. And sorry about that. I seem to have a frog hopping around. Ah, there she is. What's going on? Darko sent me. I've heard you have a problem. Darko sent you? Couldn't he be bothered to come himself? It's a delicate matter. Does he vouch for you? He sent me to you, so I'd say yes. The woman eyes you carefully. You'll have to do. Come inside. We'll talk there. All right. You need to know, sweetie, that my past is darker than you can possibly imagine. What do you mean? The woman becomes deadly serious. I was a pirate's lover. It's not really that dark. There are a lot of pirates here. But he wasn't an ordinary pirate. He was the legendary Captain John, the dread of the four seas. What about him? Don't worry, you'll get to know everything soon enough. He left me a treasure. I was to retrieve it when he died. Today marks 5 years since I saw him last. So it's high time. The problem is I don't know where he hid it, and I feel like someone's watching me. They must be John's old friends, trying to lay their hands on his gold. But he gave the clue to the location of the treasure to me. He wanted me to find it. So, where did he hide it? I don't know. He wrote some clues on my back, sweetie. That's why I asked Darko to come, but since you're here, you'll have to do. If you do well, I'll share the treasure with you. I was expecting a different kind of task. Enough fussing about. Let's get to work. The woman turns around and takes her shirt off. What do you see? Your back with something written on it. Take a closer look. You see an arrow pointing towards the woman's buttocks, and the sentence, John was here. Above it, you can also see a clumsily scribbled limerick. What can you see? I hate water creatures. F those sea bitches. Brother in burnt house dwells, hidden from officials. Burnt house. It's probably somewhere near the castle. But what does the fragment about officials mean? I have no idea. In any case, you know where to look. Good luck. And what are you going to do while I'm searching for the treasure? You dare reproach an old woman in need. You have no heart. I told you. You'll be rewarded. Whatever. What are you waiting for? Near the castle grounds. I wasn't reproaching you. I just wanted to know what you were planning on doing. Guess asking questions isn't allowed. Search the burnt down house. Okay. Hopefully this will be a little happier an ending than the one with Dion and Sigius. Fallen marksman. So these are castle guards from so they all fell prey to the same curse. I guess that curse would be Claudius, the necromancer. House on scorched land. The man shows no signs of life except for uneven breathing. You prod him. Wake up. As you crouch beside him, you notice that the man is blindfolded. He's not going to tell you anything. They cut his tongue off. Who did? The man ignores your question. What are you looking for here? You inspect the newcomer. You try to guess the man's intentions. The man grows impatient. Let me repeat my question. What are you doing here? You speak cautiously. A menial sent me. The tension momentarily vanishes from the man's face. Ah, that old coquette. That explains a lot. She's probably after John's treasure. In any case, I can't help you. Why? First of all, I don't know anything. Second of all, Neil knew something, and look what happened to him. He points to the lying man. Who did this to him? John's old friends came to ask for the treasure. He told them nothing, so they cut his tongue off. Now he can't tell anyone anything. And they gouge his eyeballs out for some sick reason, so he can't help me either. Not really, unless you have the password. What password? Neil mentioned that if someone gave him the password, he'd tell them about the treasure, a safeguard in case John dies. Those guys didn't know the password, so Neil stayed silent. He turns to the lying man. You're an honest man, Neil, but not very bright. Do you know anything else about the password? Not much. I'm not interested in it. Do you know anyone who could be interested in it? Huh, probably John's old friends. Friedhelm, most likely. You should talk to him. He was John's lieutenant. Friedhelm? The one from Town Hall? The very same. Why are you so surprised? When piracy stopped being lucrative, they found themselves normal jobs. At least that's what Neil said. I see. Suddenly the man falls silent. You see something protruding from his gut. Wait a minute. Oh, dear. That's all we wanted to know. Thank you. He gestures to one of the hooded men. The man begins a convoluted incantation. Bony creatures emerge from the floor of the house. Combat. Oh, look. A necromancer. Everybody's damaged somehow. That's disgusting. Okay. Go to Friedhelm. Well, don't know what I got myself tangled up with this time. But what you want to bet the treasure isn't the gold that these guys seem to want to be finding. The man keeps ignoring you. Great. So I guess our option is to go see our friend Friedhelm at Town Hall. And hopefully he's not dead by the time we get there. Because these guys aren't playing around. Alright. Town Hall is that way. Wonder if there are any other little events coming up like that one from Easter. Maybe I can get some more keys that way. Why is it like super duper smoky in here? Because it looks like something happened here. It looks like something really big happened here. Where is Friedman? Oh, right here. When you approach the clerk, you feel that the air around you is very still, as if a giant spider wove an invisible web around the room. It's hard to breathe. You look at the cringing man. What happened? Where's Friedhelm? They took him. In a blink of an eye, he was here and they appeared. I thought I was done for. Where did they take him? I don't know. They vanished as quickly as they appeared. Are you serious? Yes. Why didn't you call the guards? I tried, but they didn't hear me. You realize the man is utterly shocked. Never mind. Damn, a dead end. Perhaps Darko will know what to do. Okay. Well, they do have a necromancer with them, so I'm not surprised that some stuff is going down here. The man seems to be unusually lively. How did he go? Is Emilia's and Meniel's problem solved? Not a tiny bit. You give him an account of the recent events. Huh, I see. It seems like you're in some deep doo-doo. I know who the masked men from your account are, and believe me, they are very dangerous individuals. What do you mean? I mean, you're too weak to handle this. End of story. You sense he doesn't want you to question him about this. For the first time, it seems like Darko is worried. Really? Then what should I do? You can resign. I gave you this task. If you want to back off, now's the right time. I'll pay you a part of your reward. It's not my style. Darko looks at you without moving. When he speaks, he does so very slowly. As you wish. In this case, you need to understand something. These people don't care about gold or Friedhelm. They're too big for that. The stakes are higher. Perhaps. But finding Friedhelm should be our priority. You're right. They surely want to transport him to their hideout on the island as soon as possible. I don't think they can teleport over such a long distance. They'll have to use a boat. And? I think I know where they are. I'll send my men there. You're going to join them and watch their backs. Where are they? On the western shore of Alaril, in the abandoned shipwreck. Go there, and remember, don't try to play the hero. Just watch their backs, nothing else, if you say so. Okay, so I guess SH just got real. If Darko's scared. And it seems like next time we're going to be headed out to a shipwreck to see what's going on. But until then, bye for now.